Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to do a quick tutorial, hopefully quick, on how to create an embossed design that you can use on fleece or on towels or anything else that has that fluff factor, okay? Maybe not anything else, do your research, but it's going to be most popular on the fleece and on towels, okay? So I'm just going to jump right in. Embossed means that the poofy stuff sticks up and the stuff around it is laying down, okay? So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to choose this rounded rectangle. So art won't be able to do these corners very well on the hard rectangle. So I'm going to choose the rounded rectangle and I'm going to make sure that it's solid color fill and then want to make sure that the color is the same. So let's do a lighter color. Okay, both colors need to be the same. And then we're going to come down here and you can make a square or a rectangle. It's kind of up to you. I'm going to go ahead and rectangle it. It's kind of hard to get sometimes. It takes a little bit of time. You can look down here, see where my cursor is. Down here, it'll tell you your pixels of your current thing. This tells you the pixels of the project that you're working on, the canvas that you have, and this is the pixels of your actual graphic. And so that way you can turn it into an exact perfect square if you want, okay? So I'm gonna click out. It's already done. Now, most people use this to do monogramming on towels is where I've seen the majority of this done. I'm not gonna try to do it with font today because it takes a lot of editing in SewWhatPro, but it is possible. I, however, am just going to choose a heart today, okay? So I'm going to click on this heart, and I want this heart to be white and white, okay? I'm going to place my heart, and if you have a hard time with placement, you can always go up here to View and hit Grid Lines, and that's going to show you where everything is, okay? And I'm just not that careful. It just takes too much time. And I like to go through things fast. Okay, so not resize, I don't know why I chose that. We're going to choose select. We're going to get as close as we can without touching it. We're going to select all the way around it and choose crop. Okay, and then we're going to hit file. Nope, we're not. Sorry. Select all and copy. Okay, and then we're going to open SewArt. All right, so now that SewArt is open, we're just going to go up here to edit and choose paste. All right, so there's our whole project. Whenever you come into SewArt and you see that the posterized image is black or grayed out, that means that you don't have any color changes. You don't have to worry anything about reducing colors or anything like that. And you can double check that by going into here, the image color reduction, the little palette, and it'll tell you only have 2. So that's awesome for me. That means I can just move on with my project. All right. So what I'll need to do is double check the size, and it looks like it'll fit perfectly into my hoop, and I can make it even bigger if I wanted to. So I'm just going to choose OK, and I'm going to go up here to the Stitch Image button. And the Stitch Image button, all you have to do is choose Fill, and you can change these around to get different effects. You can also change the actual fill, the stitch that's on the fill design, I guess. And so that's what you can change those, but we're going to choose outline border, and we're going to choose the satin stitch. We're going to choose the height of 35 and a length of 2. Okay, and we're going to go up here to the flat section up here at the top, not on the rounded part, but just the flat part, and we're going to click on the blue, okay? And that's going to go ahead and give us a really nice satin stitch all the way around and around our heart. Okay, SewArt isn't really the best at following curves and points and stuff just yet. It's kind of still in a little bit of an infancy stage when it comes to stuff like that, but I believe that it's going to evolve. So it'll get better, but right now you might have to do some changing in SewWhatPro, and that's kind of why I didn't want to do a letter. But this is going to stitch out just fine. It might be a little weird, but it'll stitch out just fine. Okay, and so the reason we don't fill in this circle or the heart is because that's where the fluffy stuff is going to stick out. Okay, so from here we're going to choose File, Save As, I'm going to cancel saving an image file because I don't need to. And then I'm going to choose my desktop where I already have a folder for embossed. And I'm going to label it embossed hearts and double check my pattern size, make sure it's going to fit, and click save. Okay, so you can't see it very well, but once this is up, it basically is showing you that yours is done. Alrighty, so I'm going to meet you guys over at the machine and I'll see you in a second. Okay guys, I'm over at my machine and I've got my little towel hooked up, and now you're going to want to do something a lot more plush than this. Plush is the word I was looking for earlier. I don't have any fleece or baby stuff to work with for some crazy reason, so I'm working with this. I have some, it's Silky Solvy film, but it's like Silky Solvy film, but it's the Pellon version that I found at Joann's, and it's a little bit thicker than the Silky Solvy, so I actually think that I'll probably use it more in the future, and not to mention it's readily available for pretty cheap. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Okay guys, I tried to record it, but it took forever, and then of course, you know, everything that's going to happen happens. And I'm sure you all can relate. First, my top thread broke, and that top thread was the last I had of that specific blue color, and so I changed it to another blue. Gosh, why is it having such a hard time seeing that color? Well, neither of those colors are as dark as it's making it out to be, but so my thread broke and my top thread is a different color. You can see that a little bit better now. So then you can see where my thread broke and I didn't quite back it up far enough. Kind of a whole mess, but the way to make this look the best is to match the color of the towels, and I meant to tell you guys that in the beginning. To match the color, or at least make it be a nice muted color, maybe, you know, something that goes with it really well. That way you don't notice all of this stuff and it kind of just emphasizes this instead of all of this. Okay, so now I'm going to put it back on the machine and do the satin stitch around. Okay guys, so it is done on the machine. Okay. So I'm really sorry about the lighting. As you know, something I struggle with all the time. I say it all the time. Anyways, so this dark looking color thing that's going on here. Let's see if we can at least zoom in. It did a really pretty job. So if you can just forget the fact that it's two colors. I actually kind of like it. I think it messed up in all the right spots, to be honest with you. But except for that part right there where I forgot to go back far enough. That satin stitch is nice, really nice, and the fill stitch is really nice, and it feels really nice. Okay, so what you want to do is you just want to take your film off, and keep in mind that in the middle of this is most likely going to be a letter, not really a heart or a shape, unless that's what you're wanting to do with it. Okay. You just got to peel off the peeling, and then your fluff, your plush, will push through on a regular towel. I didn't have any other than our own towels to use, so this is what we've got today. But the concept is still the same, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. See you later. Bye.